Welcome. Welcome, and welcome some more. Welcome to Amberskies. My name is Blades, and today we have a sparkler. Not literally a sparkler, but really, really good stuff. So, what was I doing yesterday after finally finishing the weekend fighting the depth buffer in OpenGL and solving all the problems there? Yesterday I put the sandbox together properly. I actually added the resources and the shaders, which was why it wasn't working. Yeah, well, you know, when you're actually broadcasting, I found that it's quite hard to focus down on things, so it's usually better to be prepared. Yeah, might be a good idea. Let's just switch that off. There we go. Let's just switch that off. And let's start. We are going to program a game as promised. So, first thing we're going to do in our sandbox. Remember, the application is now off limits. Only good code goes into our application here. Okay? And any code that we don't want in our application is going to go into this library here. Simple. No, it's not. Trust me. It's difficult. This is where programming gets difficult, so let's get on with it. Under source, we're going to program a game, so we better add one, hadn't we? New item. I'll have a header file. Whoops, what did I just do? Oh, I called it header. Alright then. Yeah. Let's try calling it game. Yeah, we'll have a CPP on it as well. Add new item. Right, I've also had some thinking thoughts for thinking with. You know that I've got this little blue square up here, which shows all files. Well, there's also this view, and I mean view. This view could actually be of interest. I think I've worked out a use for it. So I'll come back to that after just setting up game source. I've called it because I'm good at this. Rename, and we'll call it game. I also want to change Amber intro into states will do. That's okay. So yeah, I'm going to chat about this in a second, don't worry. I'm going to chat about all of it. In states, I would like to add a header file. Let's call this state. No, we'll call this base state. Now that's going to be a bit like, this is why I've got the library open, a bit like another one of our files, which I don't use enough of, I don't think. If you remember, we had this shader foundation years and years ago, God knows how, months and months ago, and we created a shader foundation. And what it was is it was the basis that we made all our shaders from. We inherited it, and this had virtual attributes in it. So how did I get away with that? Oh right, I must have made it. Silly me. Yeah, virtual attributes, and you don't need to make them. You don't need to make anything for the virtual parts. So override this to set the attribute list. Yeah, you don't need this part to it, as you're about to find out. So this was inherited and used to make our shader, and we inherited it using the :public shader foundation, like that, color shader :public shader foundation. And that meant it did some weird things to our, here we go, to our constructor, in which it did the color shader and it inherited from Shader Foundation, and the shader name was passed through so the shader could be created, and the Shader Foundation created the shader and made everything easy, and the rest of the color shader just, well, sorted out how to load all the uniform values into the shader. So that was our shader back then. This is a slight variation on that, where we're heading towards, but not quite, pure virtual functions. And I'm just wondering, will I actually need a CPP file? Don't know. Now, using that base shader, we are going to base state. We are going to make different game states. The first one is going to be add new item. I'll just put the headers in. I'm not putting the CPP files in until I know I need them. The first one we're going to create is going to be game state. Yeah, game state.h, and we're also going to have this intro is going to be replaced by a different state. Well, I still need the intro, but add another header. I'm just designing it at the moment, sorry. It's just the way I work. So intro state, we'll call it. I could call it main menu. No, intro. Call it intro. Why not? State. So this is how we're going to split our program up, our game up, into different states, into different sections. Because of this here. And we're going to get issues, because if we carry on using application like this, yeah, for testing it's great to do game states like this, where one is the intro. You know, this is great. But there's no uniformity or no guarantee that the intro is going to be used in the same way or use the same functionalities as the game, the main game. And so we have to be a little bit careful. And I've just changed something. So that changes in here. Yes. That is now states, because this has to carry on working for a very good reason. I've got to do the some bits and pieces very soon on it. So that's okay. Let's do that. Right, application I'm not interested in. All of these states I'm not interested in just yet. Well, base state I am. Game not interested in yet. Sandbox CPP. Here we go. I've added an extra line, shall we say. So, I was going to talk about things, wasn't I? I've talked about the base shader, yeah. Now, let's for instance say we are making a library, which we are. Okay. And we are showing all files so we can see everything. Because if you don't show all files, it goes into this silly mode. Yeah. And I mean silly mode. So what I can actually do with this, I mean, it's a bloody mess, really, is change the names of these filters. These are filters. Nothing more, just filters. So what you do is you keep the two that you normally have. What's this resource files? It's got nothing in it, just get rid of it. Get rid of. Right. So what we need is some filters, and let's see, we have working on, under development, that's one of them. So you can actually, this doesn't change what's on the disk. So look, when you add, oh, you can't see it because it's just gone off the screen there, hasn't it? When I add, it says now new filter. So as you can see, new filters come up. Now if I call this filter, let's see, source files, I want to call this current. So I would have to put something like z underscore current work. Yeah, working files, something like that. And what you would do is you would take your sources, shift, click, and move into current working files. Okay, your headers, shift, click, goes into current working files. Okie dokie, so now we've got this hell of a long list in current working files. After that, you can split them down. And you can put in like different filters. New filter. Yeah, I can do that one. Z underscore construction. That's for new ones. I don't want an X, I want a Z. Well, I can have an X, doesn't really matter, but I want a Z for this bit. So, new things coming into can go into there. And why is source files at the bottom? Never mind. Does it need a capital Z? Oh, you are bad. It can't spell either. Great, Microsoft. Great. I use these forward letters for a reason, so that they'll appear in the right place on the list alphabetically. So construction, yeah, we can put a capital C on it. Then we would probably want something else like add filter, and we will put Z underscore in testing. Don't really need that, do I? In testing, because these are only filters, it doesn't matter what I call them. And none of these will appear on your disk. This is only for Visual Studio. If I click show files, it's just the same. So you can see from this, good, it's now changed them. So you can have construction, working files, and in testing. So you can sort out the different ways in which you can do things. You can put your files into the correct work. You can organize your work using these. Now, this is just an example, and it might not be what I choose at the end of the day. The only reason why I put a Z underscore at the beginning is so that it puts them after everything else. So you can use any letter you want here as long as it comes after S, and it'll come to the bottom. It's a simple, really, idea, but I think that's a good idea. Something to think about anyway. Close the library now. We might use it. We might use it. Right, let's get on with the game. I need a game. So let's put a game together. How are we putting application together? We're using namespace RPG. We're using, yeah, okay, and that's got massive test in it. Alright, that's okay then. I think we can do that. Yeah. So, let's get a header. And we'll pop that into each of the headers. So that's game H. Base H. And game state H. I'll put them in that order. Doesn't really matter. And it's going to be namespace RPG. Ooh, that's neat. That's a nice one. Name space. There we go. That'll be happy. Okay. Can you stop messing me about now, computer, please? Copy. And that should do it. Yeah, that's okay. Right, save everything out and let's get on with the game. Here we go. Hash. Oh. Yeah, include. And it's going to be game.h. There we go. Just grab you. And we're all set up. Lovely. Whoops. So this is a class. It's called game. And we're going to have some fun with a game. So public. And it's going to be game. Open, close, semicolon. And we are going to have a virtual. I'm going to start doing this properly now, because I'm not doing the copy constructors, so I'll make it virtual so it doesn't have to exist unless we want it to. Alrighty, let's pop you on there. What do you want to do? It doesn't want to do anything. Hello, computer. Where's IntelliSense gone? Okay. Game.h, da la 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 la. Game.cpp, include game.h. And they're next to each other. Okay. Right, IntelliSense doesn't like the way I work. Obviously. Alright. Don't care. Is there a reason it's not working? Not really. So that's game. Come on. End. Backspace. Go. 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 Space. And that's game. Go on. backspace underscore go go. Right, that should be okay now. That's interesting. Anyway, hash include, and it's going to be Amber slash, and I'll have your system includes, please. Now, if anybody doesn't know what that does, I'll just pop it on screen for you. Alright, so this is just an include file. So it'll include everything that I'm ever going to need, plus my glue, plus graphics and OpenGL. It should really have audio and stuff in here as well, but it doesn't yet because we haven't done it. Oh, I think we'll start doing that soon. Include Amber Maths, 3D Maths.h. Yeah, so we get our maths here as well in our toolbox, which is going to be important very soon. Very, very soon. And that just saves me a lot of hassle. I don't have to keep putting out a massive list of includes every time. Right, so we've got our game. Lovely. We're on track now. So here we hash include and it's source slash game. And hash define test as false. There we go. That'll do. Hash if defined and it's test. It should really be test like that. Sorry. There we go. If it's defined as a test, we can put that end if. Cut. Paste. So if def test, we are going to do that lot. Hash else we are, I think that's going to have to be Amber underscore test. I think it has to be something different. Not Amber then. We're not using Amber, are we? We're using RPG. RPG test. That's better. Else do whatever's in here. And in here we are going to let's see. We'll have an RPG game, I think. RPG : game. Game. Now, something's already wrong. This is coming up in grey. Yeah, that's correct. Now I've put that to a 1. Ah, wait a minute, yeah. Do I have to put a value in here? God, I've forgotten how to do ifs and defs. How can I forget how to do ifs and defs? Oh well. Hello, peeps. I'm having trouble using my ifs and defs. Ah, alright. Alright, yeah. Got you. My bad. So all we do is take that out, don't we? There we go. That goes clear. And RPG should come up now. It should. But is it going to do so? Oh, God, never mind. Game. And we're going to have game dot run, most likely. And that's return 0. Alrighty. I think that'll do. Don't believe this. Oh, it's actually dirt. It's there. It's worked. Whoa. We don't have game. Why isn't it giving me like feedback on this? What is wrong with IntelliSense? I want to put this FPS stuff in because we need to separate the game speed from FPS. That's one thing. We need delta time. We have this issue that the game isn't running the right way. Right. Okay. So let's put game run in. Alright, let's do a bit of game and see what we're going to need here. We are going to need probably, yeah, we are going to need it because I'm going to put that in as well. Include Amber, where is it? Core. And I will need file handling because we're going to put initialization files together as well during this time. I don't want to be messing around too much. So we're going to have a SFML, obviously. So SF, and this is going to be a render window. And we'll just call it star. Yeah, star m underscore window. Semicolon. What else are we going to need? We are going to need our events. Yes, this time I'm starting from here. Remember in application, I just left it without anything because I wasn't too sure which way around everything was going to go. Well, yesterday I sat down and worked out which way around everything was going to go, which helps. SF event. We'll just have an M event. Doesn't really matter about that one. I want a clock because that's the problem that we've got. We don't have one, so luckily we do have one now. We'll call it I'll call it delta time clock. Clock. Yeah, that's a good description. We're going to use that clock to measure delta time. There we go. And states. How are we going to hold our states? We are going to use stacks. Have we got stacks? Library. Map stack. Yeah, we have. It's there. Okay. So I can make a stack. SF : please. It's looking good already, isn't it? It's looking like a real program again. It's when I haven't got a path to take. You'll find that I alter my way of doing things, and I go very, very I go very, very prototypey. I just start chucking things out until it twigs what I need to do. We'll have a stack, and that's going to be a pointer. So we've got to keep in mind that we've got pointers now in a stack. A stack is a first in, last out object. Alright. What does that mean? Righty. It means... Where's the pen? Oh, it's over here. Alright, okay. We have something like a bucket. Alright, so imagine yourselves a nice big bucket. And what you do is you push on, and that gives you whatever you push on the stack. And then, so that's push. And every time you pop the stack, so you can keep pushing items onto the stack, you can then pop the stack to get the top item out. So it's a first, you'll hear this, first in, last out. Because the first thing you put in is at the bottom here. And we call that a phi low. Alright, you'll hear that. There's also first in, first out, which isn't a stack. That is a queue. Alright, so this is a stack, how stacks work. The other alternative is to use a FIFO, which equals a queue. And what happens is you push there, oops, and pop there. So that's your, well, I messed my finger up again, push. Okay, and somehow just altered my thingy. I've no idea. Right. Alright, no worries. So that's what you call a first in. Whatever you push in first will be popped out first. So first in, first out, first in, last out. And if you ever heard these words being bandied around in the computer world, that's all they mean. It's just different containers. And that's all it is. Both are very, very useful in different situations. We will be using for our states, our game states, a stack. So we're going to use a philo. It's very important we do that because we will have the intro here. We'll have our game state here. We may then go into a different screen, say shop state gets pushed on at some time. So you can overlay a screen and then just pop it off. It disappears and you're back into your game. So you might go into shopping mode and then come out of shopping mode and go back into the game. And it will do it on, if you think in the right order of doing things, it becomes very, very effective. Okay, any questions? Yeah, how did I make it go smaller? I clicked that one, so must be a right click to get it bigger or something. I'll work that out after. So we are going to do this stacky thingy, and this stack hasn't got a doobry. So this is our base stack, or is our game stack? I'll think about that. Oh, it's not stack, it's state. Yeah. I think it's going to be base state that I'm going to use. Because that will entail what can be placed on the stack and what can't, so yeah. I think that'll explain it better. So what we'll do there is include and it's going to be states. For the moment, we're just going to do game state. Like that. And then if we go to game state, we will be... Right, okay. Hash include. And that will be Amber / system includes. We will then hash include, and that will be base state. And here, all we're going to do is put a class, and it's going to be called game state. Yeah. And that's going to be a virtual game state. Like that for now. Right, we'll leave it to work itself out. And now all we need to do is go over to our base state. So all I'm doing is I'm just putting the constructors in. And that's just going to be hash include Amber / system includes, and this is going to be class. What's this one? Base state. And that's going to be a virtual. And that's going to be base state. Alright, this should start to work now. It's not doing anything. That's because I haven't done this. Equals 0. Today, maybe? Hello? Invalid for outside of a class declaration. Okay. Oh, it's me being an idiot. Not setting me things up properly, am I? And this is base state. Alright. That's looking better. Alright, so base state's up. Let's finish off game state. Yeah, I've done the same here and I've been an idiot. Oh, we can cut, can't we? That equals 0 for now. And game state link. Yeah, that's right. I don't think I need that. It's not like in the virtual, because I haven't got the eye in. So you're working. Class game state. Now, this is where it gets interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to add public and base state. Okay. There we are. That's all now filtered in. So if I come out of that one, application I don't need at all. That's my test area. Alright, so let's... oh, .run still doesn't work yet. I'll keep you open then. So game H. It's looking better, is it? Yeah, base states will work now. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Happy with that. I'm going to keep these running. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Right, just give it an extra line. That should be fine. Okay. So, we are going to need the following in our game. We are going to need run. Void. And it's just going to be run. Is it going to be helpful? Okay, IntelliSensor's given up on me for some reason. Oh, wait a minute. Did it? Okay. It's annoying. It really is annoying. Working with Visual Studio again, I've remembered how annoying it can be. Ah, bless. Okay, reload. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. He actually thinks I've made it. How interesting. At least that's caught up and given us colour now. So if I want to change over to testing, all I have to do now is just do that. And that will then come down. This will light up one day, and this will go to dark. Theoretically, there we go. So all I do is keep that out for now, whilst we're doing this stuff. Can I build? Shouldn't be able to build. Game H isn't right. Yeah. I can say one thing about IntelliSense and Visual Studio. It's everybody says it's great. I'm not running a slow computer. God help you lot. Yeah. Alright. Game. And it's run. And it does nothing. Okay. Alright. Build sandbox. Thank you. Like, this will tell me now what I've got wrong. Missing type specifier. What? Right. Okay. Void. Yep. Build. Build sandbox. Run it should do nothing. There you go, that's what it does. Oh, excuse me. So, any questions? We've now got welcome to the sandbox. So I'm happy. We've got welcome to the sandbox. That's all that was meant to do. This part, nothing at the moment. Not really bothered about you. Game, yeah, right. Not really bothered about you for a second or two. We'll get you sorted out sooner or later. Let's think about this. This is more important. This is going to be our... what could you call it? Cock up? No. This is going to be our base state. So this is going to give us the foundation, and that's why I called it foundation, the other one. This is going to give us a foundation for every single state in the game. So it's going to have main state, it's going to have intro state, it's going to have shopping state, trade state, all kinds of different things that we're going to be able to do in an RPG. It's going to be able to function. Well, there's going to be like a separate small mini program called a state for each one. That's the best way of thinking about what a state is. It's a mini program within the larger program, within the larger scope of the program. It handles one bit of the program. I think that's the best way of putting it. So to do that, we're going to need a few things. Let's see what we're going to need. Okay, if we're in the game, we're going to need the full game setup. So we are going to need a window. So we'll take a window. It's always the best place to start, isn't it? We're going to need a window. So render. Here we are. Oh, I'm feeling a bit more relaxed today. Oh, that's nice. I think it was that music at the beginning that helps. Plus I've altered my schedule, as you know, so it's every Monday, Wednesday and Friday that we're doing this. That's helped me develop it better. So I'm really, really happy about everything at the moment. We'll just call this... Yeah. We should call it something different. Because it is the same window that we're going to be generating within the game class. but it'll be passed through to us and we'll be using it within the state. So I think that's a better way of putting it. I'm also going to need a boolean for exiting and for the exit, so we can close the state down. So we'll have one of those. The window needs to be passed in. So that's going to be sf : render window. And we'll just call that a window, I think. I'm trying to think past the abbreviation stage. I've finally got out of the way of doing abbreviations, and I'm starting to write in English again. It's taken a while, so I'm not going to put an abbreviation. I'm going to put something in that means something. So it's going to be current window. It's not just going to be window. It's going to be what window? Which window? You know. I found that reading... I've been doing some research, obviously, into game writing, as it were. And the amount of abbreviations that I came across that confused me were a lot, shall we say. And I'm easily confused because I'm a very simple person, but don't tell anybody else that. So if we've done that, we have a colon. And we have M, state window, open brackets, is the current window. And we'll give that a comma, and we'll tell it also that M underscore exit is false as well. We'll give it that much. There we go. I'll be happy with that. So that's that done. What else can we have in here? So let's have a virtual void. It's not really going to do much. Up date input, and that's going to take a const. You're going to see this a lot now. Const float, and it's going to be a reference to the delta time. Delta means change, or change in. It's Greek or Latin? Greek. Mega. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a Greek character anyway. It's a triangle in Greek. Delta time. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make that equal to 0. All right. I'm going to do something in here that's naughty as well. I'm going to try and explain it without... It's against C++ really, but hey. I haven't tested the variations on it. So we'll just have a normal. And that's also going to be const float. I did warn you about this. And you're going to get sick of seeing it as well. Delta time. I like the way it's reformatting everything that I'm doing. Wow, it's reformatting as I type, isn't it? I think they should take that out and only have reformatting when asked. Because I always put my hands on the right hand side. Hey ho, doesn't matter where you put them. To be quite honest with you. So if it wants to put them there, it can do. Void. I'm not arguing with this editor anymore. This IDE. Integrated Development Environment. I would call it an IDZ, an Integrated Danger Zone. So we'll have our render here, and that will take an SF : a render target. That's that one. And that will be star target, I suppose. How could we call it the target? It's actually the render target. I'll call it render target. Now I'm going to cheat here because you've seen a star. So what can that equal? The answer is null pointer. What does null pointer turn out to be? I'll try it with a null pointer. What is a null pointer? And of course equals 0. We're not doing anything with these. We're just making... Right, I'll explain how this works in a second, don't worry. Alright. See, it doesn't matter about anything that we put in here. Sandbox. There. Yeah, I just want to know what it is on this system. It can be something, it could be different on any system, but I need to know if it actually is given a value or not, and if I think it's got a backslash in it or not. That was interesting. Okay. Just trying to think if there's anything I can do about that. Yeah, there is. Forget it. You're never going to get it that way. Oh well, never mind. Right, it's complaining about the base state, yeah. You have to match up in here. This is what I was talking about. So that error is actually what I was going to talk about. Why is this error happening? This error is happening because this is inheriting from base state, and base state says that you must have these files. Sorry, functions. You must have these functions. If you don't, it ain't gonna work. It forces every single state to have these functions. And you're probably thinking to yourself, but what's the point of that? Well, we can also give this some functionality of its own. things like ending the state. So every state can end itself. That might be helpful. And also, it's going to need a CPP file now. Yeah, it is. That's alright. Because of that. There we go, we've got a green thingy. Where's he going to put it? Create definition in end state, base state, CPP. Yeah, okay, go ahead. It created it for me. Wow. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, void RPG : Nunty. I don't want it that way, I want it this way. Alright, so let's fix that. Okie dokies. Anything else I need to put in here? I think that's the only one. I do want a const bool. So we've got that boolean mexit, and what can we call that? So the base state requests exit. So it's an exit or exit request. I think I like exit request better than requests exit, but you can't tell these days, can you? Let's const that one. And that's just going to return mexit, of course. My throat's having a bit of fun today. Alrighty. That's it. That's all we need. Oops. Where's my coffee? There you go, you've written a whole of, well, virtual, nearly a totally virtual function. The only functionality that we really need is this end state business. And if that happens, then that's how we get exit from false to true. So we are going to have to put in here one little thing. Just one little thing. Of that. And I think that's all I need. I'm just thinking, am I forcing too much on that one? I might be forcing too much on this one. Yeah. It's virtual. We're going to allow them to have virtual functions of their own, so that should fix that. And that's just going to be an empty function. Which is why I was wondering, should I really have it or not? To me, that's a bit iffy, but it's safer probably to do that than leave it saying you have to implement it. We can leave that as a choice. because it's implemented here. So that's good. Base state must be implemented, so that's good. Alrighty. That's going to be fun. So we can take that out. Just put you on auto hide for a minute. And what we're going to look at next is game state, yeah. I need this open to be able to do it, so let's just pop you out as well. Right, game state. What do we have here? We have an easier function now because we've got everything in our base state. We've got all of... Wait a minute, is that correct? I want to access them. Now, when you're doing virtual functions, those are private. That's no good to me. I want them accessible. We're going to be putting stuff in here that we need to access. Protect. So we're just going to protect it. That's halfway between private and public. It means that the child, which is this is now the child class, game state, is a child now of base state, has access to it. Nothing else does, just game state the child. So just in case, I think that's the best way of putting that one. Alright, let's get this fixed. Let's have... Just wondering what to do about textures. Don't need one at the moment. No, I don't need one. So I'm going to have that. I'll take you out now. What else do we need? Righty. Yeah. SF : and this is going to be render window. Yep. And it's going to be this is why we need it protected, because I'm not putting that here because it's already in base state. So this is the game window, isn't it? Alright. Lovely. And I do want to make a CPP file. So we're in states. Add new item. And it's going to be gamestate.cpp. I actually want to write these ones out. There we go. And that's hash include dump game state. And then its namespace. Lovely. Lovely jabblies. So yeah, we are going to need to really do this kind of thing. if it ever catches up with us, we might even get green squigglies, but I doubt it now. It's being a bit of an idiot. Is that all I want on this game state at the moment? Yeah, because we don't really have much of one. Let's write some more in then. We need... I've got the virtual, yeah. Game state, yeah. Right. Next, void. I hate doing voids. Oh well. Update. Input. We have to have this class, this function, because it tells us to. We don't have a choice. So it's a const float, and you know what's coming up. And delta time. Anything else? Nah, not really. We'll have void update. Makes it easy to do, because he told what to do, really. Const float and delta time. I'm going to get sick of typing that. Oh yeah. And we need a render as well. Void render. Luckily we've got a nice 3D renderer ready and waiting. SF render target. And that's just star target equals 0. Lovely. Lovely job, please. Yeah, I'm going to make them all. Back to the old days with no squigglies. Oh, wow. Alrighty, let's do it. End. Should complain about that if we're lucky. End. God, I can remember doing this. La 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 la. I like the way it now gives me green squigglies. Is it taking the rip? Do you think? I think it's taking the rip. Alright, let's get them all in properly now. Right, that's all we should need, isn't it? Right, as you can see, it's already complaining, which is correct, for once. Hey, it's got something right. Because we are a child. We are not the class. What we are doing is we are adding to the parent. So whatever we add will join in with the parent. So the parent gives us our base functionality and tells us how we should act like a good parent should, and the child then says, I've learnt what the parent has taught me, and this is what I think we should do with it. So that's the way virtuality works. It means that we've got to say, sorry parent, but we have to give you all of this information now. And the parent wants just a window. That's easy enough then, isn't it? So it's base state. So you put a colon. I always go on to the next line, but you can continue on the same line if you want to. Base state. And you open that, and you just give it game window. It's already expecting to get a pointer, so we just pass the pointer over. It really is the only part of making a parent a parent child. Oh gosh. Looks like we're gonna need some black burpee liquid. So yeah, it's the only thing to watch for when making parent-child relationships with inheritance, because it inherits everything. You've also got to pass all the information back. It doesn't need exit. It's just after the current window. That's all it's after there. Whoa, that was a bit fizzy. Got a glass. I mean, if you have any extra questions, or you've got only a vague understanding of virtual functions and how inheritance works, that's okay. I mean, if you have no idea of what I'm talking about, that's also okay. But if you want to ask questions about it, go ahead. If you want to understand the properties, there's also certain other parts that are relevant, like that reference sign doesn't just mean I want to take the reference, I want to take the address of that. It also means that has to be made. So that has to be something that we've made previously. So whoever uses the update has to get hold of delta time from someplace. Either make it or get hold of it from someplace. But it sets the rules. And that's why in C++ it becomes a very powerful way of programming. Because you're not just creating an object now, you're creating an object that learns from a parent. If you do it too many times, then you inherit from this into something else. You get something called a superclass. Please avoid superclasses. It's not good. It might make your programming easier, but it's just not good because they're very hard to unravel. If you get an error in here, where is it? Why have I still got an error? Oh, did I put that in? Silly me. There we go. That's better. Thank you. Right, that's okay. Do we need to write anything in here? Yes. Is the answer. This is our functionality for the game state. So the first thing I'm going to do is put something in here. It's just the way I do things. You don't need to worry about it. You don't actually have to do this, but I'll put a couple of arrow thingies in. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. And here we go for std cout, and that is going to be something like that. Will do, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Input data, or update input. What do I want to do in that? Alright. If SF, this is where SFML also comes into its own. I've had a lot of trouble with SFML so far with its documentation, and it's okay. I've just had to work through it bit by bit. But I think I've nearly got the hang of it. So if I ask for a keyboard, I can have one. If I want to know if a key is pressed, I just ask for one. And if it is, I want to know which key. Well, that's in the keyboard as well. Functionality of SFML, I found out. So I'm going to look for the escape key. Alright, just like that, without any kind of fuss. And if we've hit the escape key, I want to trigger the parent's end state, which sets mexit to true. It's the only thing it actually does, but that means I can now type in end state with a bit more of a doobly. Alrighty? Are we happy with that? Yes, we are. That's fine. So the only thing we've got to update currently is whatever we've got to update, which is input. We're not going to do much with this to start off with. That will gain stuff soon, and that's delta time. Yep, that's okay. It's only update we've written. Oh, right. I'm going to do this properly. If target is equal to null. Remember, I couldn't decide what it was. This was a reason I wanted to know. Then target equals window. And we called it state window. There we go. So we brought it in as game window, but we are now using it as mstate window. And that's why I needed it protected, so that I could pass that through and then use it. Yeah, then all we need to do is really put something like target, and then it would be dot. No, it'd be an arrow. Arrow. Draw. If you're using SFML, you can draw. If you're using OpenGL, then you would need also to have GL. No, it's SF, and it's going to be context, is it? It's in sandbox. No, it's in application. And the cat's crying. Oh, bless. Come on, where's the command? Game state 1, intro. Right, okay. Target dot push GL states. Okay. I've just had a thought there. What happens if I were... target dot push. Yeah, it's got it. It's there. GL states. Draw, yeah, and target. Pop. So I was talking about stacks. Well, that's what we're using. That's what SFML is using here to store our OpenGL graphics state. At the moment I've got nothing to draw, so those three. That's just as a reminder to me to push and pop states if I need to. Don't know if I need to yet. I don't think we... Yes, we do for our intro state. Okay. I'll leave that as reference. That's it really. That's all I'm going to do with game state, I think, for now. So we've written our base, we've written our game states. Now we need to put it all together as a game. Really? Yeah, I think we should. Let's have a look. What can we do? Any questions about parent-child inheritance in C++? Actually, you can do the same in Java as well. There's like an inheritance system in that. It's a bit trickier, I think. That's looking good, my god. Check for errors. Yep, let's check for errors. Build. No, yeah, build. Build sandbox. Control B. Why don't I remember that? Oops. I shouldn't do that. Oh, we do have one. Yay! Yes, that's right. You can't redefine these. Forgotten about that. What it's trying to say is you defined it once, you don't need to redefine it again. I've defined it already in the header file. So game state header. As you can see, it's defined there as target equals 0. So that's its default value. If a target isn't given, then the target becomes the window. But if a specific target is given, it becomes that specific target, and you can use it a different way. It's in case you want to put mini windows up or something like that. You just want to throw something into a different window or something. You can do. Oh, So it means that we can use multi-windowing. That's built in now. So let's try a build and get rid of any more errors. Okay. What have we got? M underscore delta time is uninitialized. That is correct, it is. Alright. Event is uninitialized. Window is uninitialized. Correct. Well done. Delta time unreferenced formal parameter. Correct. Well done. Wow. Alrighty, I'm quite proud of that. Yeah, so those are the correct warnings. I'm happy. Just run it. And, of course, nothing happens. Because we haven't got a game. So let's get on with it. Let's pop that over here. Yeah, I'll keep those two. Can I just have the game.h, please? Oh, wow, I am slow today, aren't I? Whoa. Ace. Put it on the wrong side. Never mind. Can have it here. Okay. That's it. So, hash include. And that's going to be states. Oh no. Why would game be in the same as states? What have you done, Blades? Oh dear. That's bad news. No game is in source. What's going on? Alright. It's in the wrong blooming one. Good grief. Okay, states. Game state. Yeah, that's good news. Is that all I've done? Alrighty. Let's do some more in game. Oh, let's have a look. We have some variables, and we've got a stack here. We've got the game. We've got run. We're also going to need that delta time stuff, aren't we? So void delta time. We'll have that. That'll be interesting. I think I want to... oh, I've got a game CPP. Oh. Delta time. We'll need a couple of updates, won't we? Let's see, what can we update? Oh yeah, SFML events. I'll have that one. Notice they're all void, so I don't like it. And I'm hesitating as I just want a normal update as well for now. That we can collect them all into. Of course, we'll need a render to set the rendering off on whichever state is current. And I'll do it. All we need now is to initialize and shut down. Alright, I think we can do that. Yeah, we'll make them private. I always make them private. So we are going to have initialize a window. We are going to have that as a void again. Damn it, it's not going to stay a void, I can tell you that now. Void initialize states. Of course, because we just made them, we may as well use them. And void shut down. Because I want to shut down properly. Yay, that looks okay. It's telling me that I've already got delta time. And these ones, it's highlighting as, yeah, you can do them. Oh, you little beaut. You little beaut. So, we're going to have a private area. So, game. So it's going to be delta time, isn't it, here? Void game delta time semicolon. Oh, don't semicolon, do brackets. Then we have void game, and that's render. Let's see what I can put in here then. That should go to there anyway. What's going on? I don't know what it's doing, but it's accessing something different. How weird. How very, very weird. Yeah, it's not even... it's just... it's gone. It's gone. It doesn't know what it's doing. That is very interesting. Visual Studio, you now take the prize. You take the prize now of the dumbest IDE I've ever worked with. You have no idea about how to program, how to use IntelliSense or anything. Microsoft, you fail. It's off in a different project somewhere. Game. Oh dear. That is so funny. I don't care. Initialize. I'll have window. It's so funny. And that's void. Thank God this isn't a difficult one to do. It's just unbelievable. It really is. It's going to be faster for me to type them than it is for game state to even work out what's going on. Sorry, for IntelliSense to work out what's going on. That's funny. Shut down, thank you. Alright, that's okay. Not enough of those thingies there by the looks of that one. Alright. It still hasn't worked out that we've got initialized states over here. I've spelt it right, haven't I? Yeah, that's right. I don't want to become as dumb as that. No. No. I just don't want to become as dumb as that, ever. Alrighty. Hash include game. Ooh. Yep, done that right. Can do some initializations in here, I suppose. So init, initialize. There it is. Window. Initialize. States should be in front of me. Can't see it. There it is. Lovely. Let's go to here. we have base states and window that are pointers. I'll take window out here. I think I can remove all base states from the stack prior to ending the game anyway. So if we do it that way, we only need one. We own it, we delete it. Well, we're going to make it in a minute or two anyway. Alright, so delta time. We've been waiting for the second week. So m underscore delta time equals delta time clock. That's the second one. Dot get elapsed time. Not overly sure about this bit, but it's a dot. As no. No, it's a function. As delta time clock is a dot, yeah. As microseconds, milliseconds, or seconds. I want second. I'm going to go for seconds. If I use microseconds, then I have to go to how long is it going to take us to draw? 1 microsecond, so it would be 1 times. If it's in seconds, then I have to change it to 300. Oh, that's seconds. I'll work it out. And that's a function. Alrighty. So that's what delta time is. And all we need to do then is m underscore delta time clock dot restart. So it's counting from 0 again. Okay, pause for a gobbledygook drink. How are we doing? 144. Any questions on this so far? Wow. I'm writing a game and getting no questions. That's interesting. Alright, so running the game. Let's run the game. While m underscore this is a game window. Well, no, actually it isn't. It's the window. Yeah, we'll keep it as window then. Shame. Yeah. Window is open, isn't it? Is open. We'll just do a couple of things. We'll measure the delta time, of course. We will update. Yep, that's okay. And we will render. Why have I got a bracket there? Don't know. Shh, don't tell anybody. It was supposed to be there. And then all we have to do then is shut down. Really? I think that's the game. So far, anyway. what did I do with the other update? Got delta time. Got run. And I stop here, don't I? So under run, we should have a couple of updates. Yep. So void game, and it's update sfml events. And the last one is void update, isn't it? Yeah, it usually is. Game. There'll be some more updates. Trust me. There will be more updates. Game update. Nothing in there really at this point in time. Alright, so what do we want to update? Well, the SFML events is exactly the same as what we'd done in application. So this is just that while loop, isn't it? So it's while m_window, and that's poll events with m event. That's that one. And then we were just doing that if statement. If m_event, and that will be a type, isn't it? T1, yeah, type is equal to sf event. This is the tricky bit. Closed. So if I get this in the right order, it'll work. If I get it in the wrong order, it won't. So let's do this if statement properly. We have to empty that stack. As I said, we could delete it all in here. We could empty it and delete it in here. But I'll show you what happens if we do, if you want. But it sends it goes out of order. It shuts down in a different order, which is annoying to say the least. Anyway, I have missed out something as well. Shucks. So I'll do me delete here. So delete m states, and we want the top one. I need a while loop. I know this is ridiculous. This. That's one of those. I need a while loop again. So it's while. m_states dot what can we change on this is right, empty. That'll do. Empty equals false. We'll do this. There we go. Yeah. And we'll just get rid of it, don't we? Just pop it off and get rid of it. There we go. That looks horrible. But it's right. It's exactly the same loop, except this time, when we're closing, instead of just putting a value, like a Boolean value to being closed, what I'm doing is I am actually closing down these states. Just wondering if they can be put in shutdown. Might work the same. but I don't trust it. It would be cleaner to take that out, because then you've only got 3 levels instead of 4, but meh. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it. So here, well, we might move it. Alright, so update those events. So we've now included those. Alright, so that will then empty that on a close, so we can detect the close now. So if m_states is empty, we can close. So m_window close. Yep, as simple as that. That will break us out of our game loop, because our game loop is set to that. It's got to remain open to remain in here. So in the update we can close it, but there is this render here which I'm still a bit worried about. We could be rendering to an to a closed window. Oh right, yeah, I'm in the wrong place. This is update. Okay. Else m_states dot top, the one at the top, update. With, of course, delta time. And that's how it's fed in. Okay, that's alright. Semicolon. Right. That looks about right. Should be right. I better speed up because I'm running out of time here. I'm worried about the run. Doing an update, we poll the events, we empty out all of this, we set window to close, the else doesn't get fired. So there's no update there. That's okay. Yeah, because of that, I'm going to put a check in. Otherwise, it's just going to be nightmare. I don't know what it possibly wouldn't crash, but that's not the point. Actually, I don't think it would crash. What it could do is mess up memory in a very, very nasty way. And Windows can't manage memory at the best of times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch it there. So that stops it going into our render. So we're still going to call render, but this time we're just going to stop it at that point, dead in its tracks. if we've already started to empty and close down. So what I've written so far today is your startup and shutdown for the game. Really. Because here we've just got window, clear. I haven't got clear colour. We'll sort that out. We will sort that out. And we've got m_states dot top. And that should be able to render whatever the state wants to render. Intro will do an intro screen. Game will do game. And then we want to swap the buffers. And window. And it is display. Lovely. That's it. Initialize window. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's just get on with it. Bool. Confirm. I need a bool straight away. Equals false. That's probably all I'll need. No, I won't. I'll need a standard vector for the reading and writing stuff. Standard vector for the file. Standard string. Now, as it's created in here, it doesn't matter. We don't need to delete that. We'll just get absolutely clobbered itself, but I will do a clear anyway, just in case. INI. Initializer file. Yes, we're initializing from a file. Sweet. Let's INI file is going to equal Amber, and that's going to be read text file, open, and we're going to have resource. Is it? Plural. And we don't have a file. Okay. That's clever. Resources. I don't care which way around these go. Data. I'm like that these days. What do you want to call it? How's about window dot ini? Alright, we'll read it from there. It doesn't exist yet, but it will. And I just need comma and confirm. Lovely. Semicolon. If confirm equals false, then it's going to crash. Really? Do I have throw? Yeah, throw. Is that brackets? Nope. It's just whatever you want. error. Fails to load window .ini. There we go. That'll do it. Backslash n. That should work. That also closes the program. So it's just like putting throw an std cout message, and then the next line says exit with a number. That's just an easy way of doing it. So I've checked. Right, I'm going to do this exactly the same way as I did last time. So we're going to be doing context settings. Yes. Context settings, bottom one please. I'm going to just call it OpenGL like I did last time, because we're going to be using OpenGL. And here we go. It's OpenGL dot fun depth bits equals std : oh god, which one is it? A2i, and it's going to be init, sorry, ini file, and that's going to be number 0. That's going to be the first item of data in the file, and of course we'll need that as a C string, won't we? Because for some reason the standard library is written with C and not C++, which is fine. OpenGL. Stencil bits we'll have next. And that's going to equal that. May as well just copy it. And put that to a 1. So that's going to be the next piece of data. OpenGL dot anti-aliasing, please. You can see where this is going now, can't you? If I can load it out of a file, where can I save it from? The file, I mean. I can save it from the preferences menu. Really? Would be a good place to save it from, I think. Yeah, we'll just put 2 in there. Next one, right at the bottom of the screen here. OpenGL. What should we have after that? Major version. So you can have your own version of GL, OpenGL. There you go. There's your 3. OpenGL. Woo. Minor version, please. We can have data piece number 4. And attribute flags. I want 2 different attribute flags. Hash if def. If defined. Well, it's not debug, it's underscore. And it's debug. For some reason on this variation of the computer, that's what it says it is. Open, if you can check it by the way, in the solution directory, if you go to, we're in in Sandbox, aren't we? If you click on that, and then you go to your preprocessor, and you can see there it's hash well, it's not hash, but underscore debug in capitals. It's like we've got these other things as well. You can set your own stuff in here as well if you want to. You can have anything you want. There's nothing stopping you. So we'll have OpenGL, and on this one we'll have attribute flags. There we go. And attribute flags equals SF : and it's going to be context settings : debug. I want it to use the debug version, please. And then it's hash else. It will be OpenGL dot attribute. Oh god. That. And that's just going to be default. I'm going to have default there for now. I don't think I want anything changing. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll pop those in. Yeah. Now after that, I think we are done on context. Fantastic. Right, we now need the window. So m_window equals a new SF render window, which means we've got joy of joys, all of this lot to fill in, and it's going to be SF view mode. There's tons of stuff you can do with view mode, by the way. You can set different things, which is can be interesting. I don't know how far I'm going to go into that. And we're back to this C string business, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's going to be 5. The width is going to be 5, comma, and the height is going to be 6. And do I need anything else? Yes, I do. I'm going to need... How is this going to work? I'm going to need star in file 7, I think. Where am I up to on here? A uint32 style equals 7u. Okay. Well, I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm not sure I want it. Video mode. Title. Style. Okay, I don't want style, that's it. So we'll have style equals SF style. And we'll just have default again. I'm not going to mess about with that. And of course it's OpenGL at the end, which is why we did all that stuff prior. There we go. Right, doesn't like me view video mode. View mode. Gosh. Video killed. Can't sing that. It's copyrighted. So that puts me video mode. Right, what's wrong with you? Identifier in file is undefined. Yeah, because it's a capital F. Right, that should be okay then. If it'll pick it up. It's INI file. There we go. Everything's okay now. Because that's the title. That's why it looks a bit weird because it's a string. Okay, next part that we can set, or usually people can set in the preferences, is m_window. And that's going to be set frame limit. And we're just going to have one of these things again. I'll do, that one's nice. Where are we up to? 7? No, 8. Don't put the wrong number in, it can go a bit weird. Yeah, I'll do that. So, dear, I've done it again, Anna. STD. So that's number 8. What can we have for number 9? We've got a frame rate limit now. Vertical sync. Window. And it's set, isn't it? Set. V, vertical sync enabled. Sounds good. We'll pop you in. There. You can be number 9. Okay. That's it. That's all I can think of. We may as well set the context now. _window. We've done all that blooming work for it. We may as well set it. Set active. And that is going to be true. There we go. The only other thing I can think of is my OpenGL stuff. If not, don't like doing that. If glue init is not equal to glue underscore okay. Yep, that exists. Good. No. Throw error. GLEW failed to initialize. And that'll then get us out of the program quite happily. Now I do need my OpenGL stuff. So where have I hidden that? I have hidden it in application. Got a nice big list of them. And I haven't put these in either. So this is the OpenGL setup that I want. So I'll have you. That's you done. Near far plane and FOV. I could define them here. I'll get to that when I get to it. At the moment I just want a window to appear. And let's be able to close it. Okay. I think we're going to be alright. I think. I'll do shutdown first, because that's going to be easy. That's going to be an std ::c out. Couple of those silly thingies, and a message. The application, I've just put an extra \n in there to make sure it gives me an extra line. That's all. It just puts it's a return, hits a return key, enter key, whatever you want to call it, before the sentence is written. And I'll probably put 2 at the end. Is shutting down. \n, semicolon. Did we put the last message in? I don't bet we didn't. I'm getting distracted, but hey ho, did I put it in? Did I put it in? Sandbox CPP. No. Okay. std : C out. Game has shut down. I think it's all one word, isn't it? Shut down. Yeah. Okay. \n. That will do. Run and shut down. Return. Yep, you're done. There you go. Nearly written a full game structure in literally 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wow, I'm gone way over. Any questions, by the way, whilst I just work out this last bit? We need a new state here. Any questions? Oh yeah, drinks as well. We're into question time now. I'm actually 20 minutes into question time, and I've forgotten to ask you, so sorry. My bad. Any questions? I wish it was pish, but it isn't. It's push. And it's a new game state. And for game states, we need a window. And that's roughly about it. Yeah, that's all we need. And yeah, it's control B. Sandbox, game, base state, game state, generating code. 1 succeeded, 0 failed, 1 up to date. Lovely. And we have an unhandled exception at blah 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 in sandbox. Exception char at memory location. Character, okay. Alright, so it's within the startup again. I've got this silly damn thing in startups. Why do I keep getting it? I have included it, haven't I? Yeah, Amber system includes, everything's there for OpenGL. And I haven't got a failed marker up. Or have I? I can't tell whether that's failed because we're crashing here. So is confirm. Oh. What? Yes, there's no window INI file. Of course, yes. Dar. Dum da dum dum dum. Thank you. I'm glad somebody worked it out. Okay. Let's. We're done on that. Yeah. That. And that. Solution Explorer, you can come back now. Thank you. Oh, just need to move my legs. Alright. I'll bring that window down because it's virtually all the information that we're going to get on this kind of stuff. So we'll pop you there. Alrighty. We need a window.ini and we want it somewhere. So add new item. Header file will do. Right, that'll do. Just rename it. Rename it to a window.ini. Alrighty. Don't need a pragma once. Right, and I do need to know what I'm going to be putting in it. That might help. Alright, here we go. Here's a list of things to put in it. Alrighty, we have that. You can go away again. Thank you. Alright. Let's see what we want then. What do we got? Depth in bits. 24. Why not? Next is stencil bits. We'll give them 8. Anti-aliasing level. Should really give it 0, but my graphics card's okay, so I'm going to give it 2. Give it at least something. It should really be about 4 on mine, but hey ho. Major version, I know the answer to that one, that's 3. Minor version will be 3. What size screen do I want? Don't know. Come on, just open. God. What does it take to open these goddamn things? 14, 8, 10. 1400 and 810. 1400 and 810. I'll have... Which one are we in? We are in role-playing game. Okay, let's give it a better title than that. Anyone want to name this? I'm gonna call it Amber, I suppose. Yeah, alright. May as well take ownership, give it a name. Alright, so it's finally got a name. I don't know. What do we need next? Attribute flags are done, yeah. Video mode. Done that. That's 1400 by 810. INI file. That's Amber role playing game. Set frame rate limit. 60. And vertical sync enabled. Nah, thanks. No point. We're going to be using DT. We don't need it setting anymore. We're using delta time. That's it, was it? Yeah, that's it. Alrighty. Save that. Run. A blank screen. That's impossible. Let's get that INI file out there. I don't honestly trust what it's doing now. I've got to the stage now where I have about as much trust in this as anything. Right, sandbox. No. Yes. Sandbox. Yay. Don't need the library open, that shouldn't be open. Alright, so build. Up to date. Debug times 64, run the program. Debug assertion failed, yay! Vector subscript out of range. I know how it's caused it. Retry, please. Yeah, same thing. So it's that damned exception. Right. Oh, good. Yeah. So it is that one. It's not got the file. Have I spelt it wrong? Huh? What? Where'd it go? What is this joker doing? Alright, it doesn't seem to like my file. Let's do it again. We are in Sandbox. Resources. Data. What's that then? There's my information. It should be in here. There you go. The information went to header.h. And of course we can't see that. No idea where header.h went. God help me. Alright. Open. Window.ini. My information, please. I only want one blank line at the end, thanks. And save all. Right. Pop you out of the way. And we'll try running again. Yay! Game window. There we go. Welcome to the sandbox. OpenGL, new game state created. That is correct. There is our game. Perfectly black as usual. Shouldn't be, but it is. And can we now use the escape key? Okay, I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to use the escape key. Nothing happens. So that's not working. What about that? Oh, that worked. The application is shutting down. Game jazz shut down. Yay, nice. I won't close the window. Oh dear. Right. Errata. Game is now shut down. Okay, we'll save that. That's it. I think we have everything except for the escape key. Just a quick check now. Initialize states. I have got that initializing, haven't I? Up at the top. Initialize states. Yeah, that's okay. A new game state and window. Go to your header file. Game state goes on to M states. M states push. Yeah, that's correct. So once that's pushed, have we got an update for it? That will be under updates. Alright, so we know that M states is not empty because we have a window up. Because if it's empty, it'll do that. Close. So it is running update on game states. So it's running the game state update. So you go to your game state and you look at update. Update input delta time. If the keyboard is pressed, keyboard escape, then end state causes a true. End state is here, M exit equals true. We're not even looking to see if that is true or not, are we? So that comes back as requests exit. We haven't checked for requests exit. So when we press escape key, nothing happened. So that means that we haven't checked this. Who should be checking it? Let me just get rid of all this rubbish that I've got on the screen now. Who should be checking it? My first instinct is game. But at what point would you check it? You'd do it in the update, wouldn't you? Yeah. So it is game. I think I'm going to do it there. Game update. So what we have got here is we've checked for empty. We've given an else. We have updated. We know that that then goes down the chain of command. So we followed it. We followed that part all the way down. We really, by all rights and purposes, should do an m state dot top requests yeah, it's not coming up. Because it's wrong. That's right. Top. Requests exit is there. Thank God. Why has it just done that? I want that as an if statement. It's an if. It's a pointer. So that happens. Now the only reason why this is going to exit is because there's only one state that we're playing with at the moment. And pop it. Get rid of the counter. The iterator for it, or iteration marker for it, should I say. States dot pop. That will clear it off the stack. It'll delete it actually from the top of the, well, it doesn't, it deletes the pointer, then it pops the whatever information is left off the stacking, and that gets destroyed by that thing there, which is good. That works. Does that work for you? Works for me. Let's go. Alrighty, so I've got my window. I'm going to press escape, and there you go, it goes. Notice though that the application is shutting down. So new game state created. OpenGL new game state. Yeah, okay, now I have to put that. Alrighty. I've got to prove this, otherwise I won't know. That new game state just needs pulling down one, please. No. So it's not there. It was after the message, wasn't it? It's the OpenGL message. Alright. Which is... game. Ah. I don't think that would work. Take that one out. And replace that with a \n. There we go, that'll work. That always works. Right, let's have a look. Okay. First with the mouse. 132 just for what we've done. Wow. Welcome to Sandbox, blah blah blah. New game state. Created, then shut down. Application shut down. Shutting down, shut down, yeah. Blah. So, game state. Created. We haven't got the application created. The game is now shut down. It's not reading right. Alright, so that goes after the initialization, so. Huh, okay. No. Everything's in the right order though, so I'm happy. Main game created. And then that's just a \n. Okay, I'm happy with that. Got to get past that point, so that's std. C out. Main game shut down. Alright, and right, so what else do I need? I've got CPPs here. You're okay on yours, yeah, and you don't get them. Right. Alright. That really should have come after the OpenGL, but anyway, doesn't matter. If I close by using this, it looks like that. Game state, application shutting down, game is now shut down, main game shut down. Wow. There's a lot of shutting down there. But that's an that last one's very interesting. So if that's what it looks like from the button, it's got to look exactly the same and hit escape, which means I did it right. And escape looks exactly the same. Fantastic. I just need to move one. That's it. Done. We have the basic game structure, which we're now going to put our intro into. Yeah, that's just going to be an intro here, state. I'm going to move the intro stuff that we've been doing into the new state system. And then we're going to put the buttons on it. Yay! Finally get to put the buttons on it properly. Oh, that's been a lot of work, actually. Sorry that it's taken so long. We're on 2:47, so I've still got 13 minutes left for questions if anybody wants to ask anything. Always leave the last hour for questions. The only trouble is I've been working through most of this last hour. Sorry about that. So, we're done. We now have what is the construction of a basic game. It's got the basic game loop all there, and it's functional. The escape key works and the mouse button works. Yeah, we'll even do some 3D soon because I want to put objects on screen, don't I? Yeah. That is rather good. So what do I have learnt from that? One, that this is nowhere near finished, any of this. Okay. I also now know that this is going to change massively. In fact, CPP application isn't going to exist. This is all going to get replaced. That's fine. Not a problem. When you don't like something, rewrite it. Window liner. Yay. That's going to be cool fun. That's going to be cool fun. Being able to change window parameters at long last. There's some special parameters in SFML which aren't obvious. We're going to dig out. We are going to dig them out and start using them. Because now we have a system that works. Finally. No questions? No questions. Well, I am going to bid you all farewell, and I hope if you want to start any game, this is probably a good place to start from. If you want to start writing any game at all, you can't go far wrong with this idea of putting game states onto a stack. It's possibly one of the most basic ways of making a game ever, so things are looking good. And it's a Wednesday, so I will catch you on a Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are going to head into the intro. We're going to add the intro and get those buttons working. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Hope it sounds good to you. Take care, and above all, have fun.